Hi, everybody. This is Sarah McDaniel Valencia with Living Energy Therapy. And I'm here today to talk to you about balancing emotions using essential oils. So, I have been using essential oils for myself and my family and my clients for about 18 years now. I've been a wellness advocate with doTERRA for a little over 10 years now. And I would like to just kind of introduce you because some people may not have used essential oils before. So essential oils are concentrated compounds from plants. They are part of the plant's protection systems. They protect from environmental conditions, sometimes predators. They give the plants their fragrances. The essential oils come from all different parts of the plants, depending on the plant. The roots, the stems, the seeds, the bark, the leaves, the fruit, the flowers of the plants and trees. So they are sometimes steam distilled, sometimes pressed from all of these areas of the plants, and depending on the manufacturing process there. With the oils that I'm going to be talking about, they are doTERRA essential oils. doTERRA created its own category in a not very regulated system. So essential oils were not really that regulated when doTERRA began, and they felt strongly that they wanted distinctive purity and quality categories. So they made up their own, which is CPTG, and that stands for Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade Essential Oils. So doTERRA tests every batch of oil in multiple ways, and they test it first and then they send it to a third-party laboratory who also sends every batch through rigorous testing processes to ensure that what you get in the bottle of oil is that essential oil or essential oil blend. Here's a single oil of grapefruit. So you're getting the purest, most potent quality oil without pesticides, without toxins, without residues, without carrier oils, unless it's a blend. Certain blends have carrier oils, but that's all on the label. But what is on the label is actually in the bottle. And they're doing their own regulation in that. And I really appreciate that. And the ability to know that what I'm purchasing, what I'm opening, what I'm giving to my family, what I'm putting on my family, my client, my friends, that it is exactly what the bottle says. So without further ado, I want to talk a little bit about how you can use essential oils. So essential oils, you can just open the bottle and smell them. You can put them in a spray, in a hydrosol, and spray it into the air. You can put it in a diffuser and diffuse it. You can vacuum it up. You can put it on a cotton ball and vacuum it up into your vacuum cleaner. You can put a couple drops on a cotton ball and put it into your air conditioning vents in the car, for example, or put it on a paper towel. and use that paper towel or an actual towel as a dryer sheet in the dryer. Anyway, there's a number of ways that you can use it aromatically. You can also drop that oil onto the palm of your hand. Usually 1 or 2 drops is plenty. And I just kind of like to rub it around. You can inhale it like that. You also, so that way you'll get the benefits of it topically as well as aromatically. You can also, with doTERRA essential oils, so there are different qualities of oils. You can buy essential oils for a fraction of the cost of doTERRA oils at like Hobby Lobby, but the quality and the purity is far inferior as well. So just so you know, the oils that I'm talking about today are doTERRA essential oils specifically, and the information that I'm going to give is specific to doTERRA oils because of their quality and purity. So just so you know, not all oils are equal. And these are actually therapeutic grade essential oils. So that's an important distinction. But you can see, it's probably going to be backwards, but you can see that these oils have supplement facts on the side of the bottle. And so some of them are safe for consumption. They are food grade, they are actual foods. So for example, basil essential oil, see the supplement facts on the side of the bottle. Basil oil is like basil, the herb. It is basil, the herb. It's made from that plant. So, and it's the fragrant aromatic compound from there, from the basil plant. But it also, I mean, this is the herb. So you can use this in cooking. I use it in a lot of Italian or Thai recipes. And it's delicious. They are highly concentrated though, so make sure you're just using a little bit, depending on, and you know, if you're making a big pot of spaghetti sauce, for example, you might only need 1 or 2 drops of the basil oil. So it's kind of to taste, and you have to sort of play with it. But anyway, there are some tip sheets too that I have that I'm happy to share with you if you're interested in that aspect. But today I wanted to talk about balancing emotions with essential oils. So essential oils are our sense of smell is actually, our olfactory sense is actually in the same location as the memory and emotional center of our brain called the limbic system. So sense of smell and emotions are intrinsically connected and very powerfully connected. So if you think about it, you may have experienced a time when a smell instantly brought you back to baking cookies with your grandma or something like that. Reminds you of a person, reminds you of a period in your past. Sense of smell is really strong like that because it's part of the limbic system. So likewise, balancing emotions, fragrances have an incredible effect on our emotional well-being. And so using essential oils is for balancing our emotions is really a powerful, powerful way of doing that. So some of the oils that I wanted to talk about are blends, and some of them are single oils. Since I brought out basil is a really good one. I'll tell you again, I'll show you the basil. And again, this is just pure concentrated basil. There are many resources that you can use about emotions and essential oils. This is an older version of the book, but it's called Emotions and Essential Oils. And this particular book is really great. So it has, you can look up the individual oils, and it has the description of it, and kind of a long description. Talks about, down here there's like cliff notes, the emotions addressed, and then companion oils. And so it's all going to be reversed for you, but anyway, I'll read some of it to you. You can also, so if you have a particular oil and you want to find out what kind of emotional stuff, healing it can be good for, you can look it up that way. You can also look in the back if you're feeling a particular emotion. You can look up that emotion. So say you're apprehensive, and it gives you some oils that might be good for that. Let's see. I know basil is good for anxiety. There it is right there. So it gives you a few oils under anxious anxiety, for example. And there's all different emotions back here that could, it also has a lot more information in this book. This is just kind of the cliff notes, but this is really interesting reading. And the newer versions have even other things that you can find out about emotions and essential oils, which is great. So basil is the oil of renewal. The symptoms of adrenal exhaustion help identify the main moods that are treated with basil, primarily overwhelm, fatigue, low energy, and the inability to cope with life stressors. The smell of basil oil brings strength to the heart and relaxation to the mind. This oil is also excellent for states of nervousness, anxiety, and depression. So that's just the first paragraph, and then you can see there's a couple more paragraphs full of information for this particular oil. And this was just here, so that's the one I picked, but it's really very nice and potent smelling. You know, it smells just like if you had, 47 basil plants and you were smelling all of them at once. It's really fun. Essential oils are really strong and potent, and when you get the right one, it's really an amazing experience. So another single oil is that I like actually to use with basil is geranium. Geranium is another, it's a flower oil. It's really strong smelling and kind of intense. It's definitely floral. It smells a lot like rose, or it might be kind of reminiscent of rose for some of you. In my personal experience, I think geranium smells quite a bit different in the bottle as it does on a person. So, you might try it. You might try it on you and see how it smells. The oils change with your particular body chemistry. So if you notice, that's why I drop it into my hand from above rather than touching the applicator, because I don't want to mix my skin oils with the geranium oil, because that alters the consistency of it. That alters the chemistry of it. So I drop it in, and then I spread it wherever I want to put it. And so you can just kind of, put it wherever. I like to put oil sometimes in my hair. It gives extra moisture to the hair, on my neck, and then I can smell it. It's close enough, but it's not right under my nose. And I'm just going to go ahead and mix these two because that sounds fun. The basil and the geranium. Geranium, according to this book, is the oil of love and trust. Geranium restores confidence in the innate goodness of others and in the world. It facilitates trust, especially when an individual has lost trust in others due to difficult life circumstances. It also assists in reestablishing a strong bond to one's mother and father. When there has been a loss of trust in relationships, geranium encourages emotional honesty, love, and forgiveness. It fosters receptivity to human love and connection. Geranium heals the broken heart. It encourages emotional honesty by facilitating the emergence of grief or pain that has been suppressed. Geranium softens anger and assists in healing emotional wounds. It assists in reopening the heart so that love may flow freely. Indeed, geranium could be called the emotional healer. Wow. Well, what a convenient one for me to pick since I'm talking about, emotional healing right now. Anyway, that's a lovely smell, and I really liked those two together. That was fun. So you can experiment with the oils. The nice thing about these oils is that they have both physical effects and emotional effects. So you're getting both. So whatever, so Basil said that it was good for anxiety. It's healthy for the adrenals as well, healing for the adrenals. So you're getting that physical property as well as the emotional properties of each of the oils as you use them. So that's a really nice benefit too. Anyway, I'm really happy to be here with you, and I could talk about these oils literally all day. There's a lot of emotions that we are all experiencing, especially right now. We're in a global health crisis, the pandemic of COVID-19, the coronavirus, and we're sheltering at home or staying at home in many parts of the world, and have been for some time. So, there's a lot of emotions that are coming up right now. Anxiety, fear, uncertainty, grief, surely, sadness, depression, all of these emotions, anger too. And it's really important for us to give ourselves space, to know that it's okay and safe to express our emotions, to find a way to do that. If we need to process with someone, we can do that. Reached out to a friend, a family member, on the phone or through FaceTime or Zoom or one of these technologies where we can actually see a loved one's face, can be really helpful sometimes. The other thing that you can do is there's a lot of resources out there, for telehealth, telemedicine. Make an appointment with a counselor or a mental health specialist, with somebody that you trust. Anyway, make sure that you're getting yourself taken care of, giving yourself some space to process these things, to let the emotions flow as they need to. And if you're interested, the essential oils can be an amazing tool to assist in this process. So it doesn't stop the emotions, it doesn't numb it, but it can help it express, it can help it move through. And this can be really important in healing overall. So I would like to invite each and every one of you to reach out to me. My email address is livingenergytherapy, all spelled out, livingenergytherapy@gmail.com. My website is livingenergytherapy.com. If you'd like some more information, please visit me there. Send me an email if you have questions. I'd be happy to answer any questions or concerns that I could. And, I just encourage you to, again, take some space for you. Breathe in deeply, step into the sun. The sun is a powerful healer. And sometimes just, stepping away from a difficult situation or environment, for a few minutes, taking some deep breaths and lifting your face to the sun can be really renewing and nourishing. So even simple tools like that, just moving, changing your environment for a moment, can really help shift our state of mind. So I wish you all lots of health and abundance and peace. Thank you.